to be continued. I accidentally stopped the video. But anyway, this corner was the rosemary bush before. I planted moringa from seeds, and I also um, planted some branches, just like observation comparison, which one will really going to be tough and hardy during winter time, because moringa is very cold sensitive. And in the middle there, I'm going to plant a calamansi, the Philippine lime. And here more of the sugarcane, and I have a fig tree here that I even air layered. So marcot, it has already roots, so I'm going to harvest that, put it in the pot and sell. And that's the moringa branch that I planted like 2 years ago at this month, like October, November. I planted at that cooler season, because summer is really extremely hot and no cuttings will survive. So this corner here is my lemongrass and moringa cuttings that I planted, and some survived, some didn't, but mostly survived. It survived. And one tree here, or one bush, is the pea eggplant. Pea eggplant, this is very popular in Thailand and Vietnam, and now it's popular in my yard. And there's my husband howling some manure.
The manure is moved.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I need to plant this. This is a totem cactus. I need to plant this one. This is from my main potted totem cactus there. I saw it in the nursery, and when I saw it in the nursery, oh my god, the 1 gallon totem cactus was $40. So I said, what? So I need to check my totem cactus. So I need to transplant this little one and let the mother plant grow big, and hoping I'll get more branches so I can plant in a different pot. Anyway, continue. So this side garden here, all of this area before was really bare, as in it's all like this. And it's nice that we converted it totally like into a more vegetation here. This one is just like sunflower, but I think, yeah, it's a sunflower family. It's sanchoke. They call this Jerusalem artichoke. The rhizome is like ginger or turmeric, and it's edible. And I have eggplant here that I thought I planted only the pea eggplant, because I want to have a lane of pea eggplant in this area here. So in the summer, it will give shade the bottom garden. But I think I mixed with my other eggplant, and this is not pea eggplant. I think this is the white eggplant that I mixed with, and there are on some of that. So I ended up just planting the branch of the pea eggplant, but I'm still observing if it will grow directly, because when I planted it in the pot, it grows. So now here is the west side of our yard. So this is the gate, and that's my Yasmin there. What do you need?
Where's that?
Right there in the front. So I have tons of bags of manure. That's the compost that will be added to my compost soil, and I use this to mulch my tree during winter time, for the winter time, because some trees goes dormant. So I added this, mulch it so they stay alive and healthy. And this one is an garden bed, an ongoing project. This is my other moringa tree. This one is the one that the seeds that I get from my other friend. uh, from Hawaii. This is the seeds from Hawaii. And I have different, this one, mostly of my first seeds that I planted here are from those other gardeners, the organic gardeners that I joined, the group where I joined, and we trade any garden stuff, and one of those stuff are the moringa seeds. I have a lot of baby moringas there that I still going to sort out which one are the healthy and need to transplant. So I will put that in the big pot. And there are different potted plants here. I have here, this is the fig, this is the purple hibiscus, I have a banana, and yes, moringa from branch, big branch that successfully uh, grow. It did not die the whole summer. And this one is the what is this? Calachuchi. Plumeria. I've grown this from seeds. So I survived. I'm very proud of that. And my fig tree. My fig tree is very, very close to the wall because I thought this was supposedly a dwarf fig tree. And it ended up like very huge, more than 16 footer, I think, or more, 20 or more, because I already chopped down the top of that. And here, all of this garden bed is already about 3-4 years. We need to turn the soil, take all the soil and put a new soil in that one. Here, more of the potted fig. This is the blackjack fig. Here on this very, very west wall garden, west side, is my only survivor hyacinth bean or bataw. This is bataw in Tagalog. And kalabasa or squash, the original seeds is from my aunt, and it's a Filipino squash. I like this squash because it's easy to peel when you skin it off. It's so easy, and also it's the sweet variety, or in Bisaya it's labu. Labu ang iyang unod. Okay, there's more hyacinth or bataw, and I'm still going to check of the younger pods that I can cook, because it's gonna be my first time to cook this kind of beans. And here's the a solo ampalaya, solo bitter melon. It's really bitter, but it's you can tolerate it, you can handle it. I eat it raw, so you can enjoy all the benefits of the bitter melon, but I just like to eat it raw. And here, this plumeria is from my aunt, and it's been just having branches, and it did not bloom yet. I don't know why. And on this side of our wall here, there's one banana. This guava is grown from seeds. It's it's growing slowly. It's a Mexican guava, but I am just happy that I grow it from seeds, and it's really growing big now. This is already like 2 to 3 years old. Hi, Remy! Rim! Hi, Remy! Say hi! Huh? You be careful. Look at the legs. Look at the legs. See, you did not shoot it right in the legs. See that? See, it's not like here, ne? The other hole, it's not in the legs. See? And I have different succulents, but mostly it's a giant starfish, fish bond, and native aloe vera. I still need to ask my husband to make me rocks so I can arrange them there. And here's my rubber tree that I harvested from the air layered I made. And peppers, different kinds of peppers. and cassava, eggplants, and different stuff around. Potted plants, peppers, and this is the pea eggplant that I just stuck in there. It's a branch and it grow and it's even flowering already. So now I know that it can be grown from cuttings. Here's a different experimental area of a different variety of sweet potato that I observed if it survived in the pot during the peak summer we had, and it survived. Here are the different kind of they call this ashitaba, but this is not ashitaba actually. This one is from my friend Elenita from California, and the rest of that there are from my friend Wanta. She's a Thailander, and she gave me a lot of different kinds of plants that I did not know before, especially the pea eggplant. She's the one who gave me that. And here's my new garden. This is the covered, filtered garden. This was a play area before, but we converted it into a garden since my kids are already big. They don't play outside anymore, so I added it into my play area, my garden. And here's different plants that's already done because that's summer plant, so I need to pull some of those and put a new soil, put a winter veggies, and that's a cycle here. We have different seasons, different plant. But this one is the condol or the winter squash, a winter melon, that's what they called, winter melon. And there's one fruit there, I think that's successfully pollinated, and some in there. There are a few already that's successfully pollinated, so I'll be having some fruit soon. And these are all the bitter melon squash area, and here the ripe one, and more of the bataw or the hyacinth bean hyacinth, and what is this, the water spinach or kangkong corner, and the squash. Hopefully there are more seeds on this squash there. And bitter melon. This is the tower garden that ended up stuck with the basil. That's a sweet basil. And water spinach or kangkong. More of the bitter melon there. And here another garden bed with the okra, beans, and garlic, wild garlic. And here's my variegated calamansi. And there are these two pots of calamansi I have here. That's the one I air-layered or margot from my other tree that I'm still observing it can make through the winter, and that I will say that it was a successful one so far. This is still under observation. I have the butterfly pea. Butterfly pea is the they call that, what is that, purple butterfly pea butterfly pea, ternati. And here I have cucumber. Oh wow, Allah, it has a bunga. There's a fruit. Okay, at least I have one. Not bad. This is the saluyot. Saluyot is the Egyptian spinach. And there's still, I don't know if it will get mature before the frost, but it has fruit, so that will be good if I can harvest seeds on this one, and so to plant again next planting season. So here is this one, was a gift from our neighbor, a grow light. It has a grow light, so this will be like my starter growing rock during winter time when it's closer to start growing seeds. So that will be I will use that one. And there's a lot of stuff here around. I need to clean that area. And here's my sweet no, it's not sweet potato. This is the kangkong, or the water spinach. The water spinach, and it's flowering. And oh wow, there's already bunga or fruit. So that will be seeds inside of that little fruit there. Just a lot of stuff around. Whatever I think to plant, I plant, and then when they survive, good. If not, plant more. That's how I do gardening here. And just here, a lot of baby plant seedlings, like the morning glory bush, and Mexican vine, flaming vine, basil, and what are these here? There's even celery. So here, and there's another squash. Oh wow, that squash grew big fast. Oh, and that's another. There's a lot of those native bitter melon. Here is my okra and more. This is still part of the west side garden, the west wall. And it's really long, but I just utilize all the space I have. So because it creates a good microclimate for the other plants to grow. So that's what I learned in gardening here. And here, bunga, it's a bitter melon fruit here. And I have lots of moringa, baby moringa. And that's the bushes of the it's not bushes actually. This is the Mexican flame vine, and it's vining. It's really thick now because it's getting cooler. And this is my turkey fig. This one, my husband want to cut off that branch because when we open the door of our shed, it touches on that. So I tried to air layer this, and this is what it looks like now. It's already have roots. I'm going to harvest that, put it in the pot, and a lot of my extra, I put that in the marketplace in Facebook, and just put it there. If people interested, they want to buy it, so I only sealing that for door pick up, and they can pick it up if they want. And here's the back wall. This is half of the back wall. This is the wall that's facing north. And here are the calamansi that I air layered last April. I air layered this last April. I harvested August when it started to cool down because it was successful. It has roots and there's fruit in there. But this I put it in this corner to get acclimated and to observe if it survive after the winter. So I will just put like that in the winter time, and let's see if it will make it. And here is the mother calamansi tree. That's it. That's where I did my early layering or my marketing. And then the other trees, moringa trees here. That's the shed, and this is the very end corner. This is the very end corner of our property, and this this wall, um, this wall of bricks. John, my husband, just installed this like July or August. It was really hot at the time, but I want it to be done so I can start adding organic matters here, like the compost and other other kind of soil that I can incorporate, so the soil will be good. And here's a lot of volunteer moringa, the moringa seeds that was what harvested or just fell down during windy time. And here is the branch of the pig plant that snapped last 2 days ago when it was very windy. It snapped, so I need to harvest that after this video, because someone will buy this one. I have a buyer to get this pig plant, because obviously there's a lot of pig plants, and this is just one plant. That one tree, that's an pig plant, and it's producing a lot. That's very like good blessings in gardening. There's a lot of extra, so I sell the extra. And here I'm docking of this. Have there. This is the citron, the Buddha's hand citron. This citron is really smells so good. I love this in the salad, in my drinks. And that's really good. So I keep adding this one. I compost all the little branches of the moringa, because it is a good fertilizer. So once that decomposed, it will added into the soil, and I will add more manure in this, compact the soil, and next year I can plant more vegetables here. And this one is the bear lime. The bear lime, it's a good producing one, and it's really ready. So they just fall off from the tree, and I always collect that one like that. They're ready, but I'm not harvesting it yet because I'm not going to use it yet. But once it fall by itself, so meaning the tree don't want to hold it anymore, so I'll get it and I use it. I'll make soup with this, like the sinigang. I'm not using sinigang mix, but I use this to make the soup sour, and it's good. And this is my volunteer roses. Climbing roses is a volunteer. I don't know how did it happen, but before we have a big roses bush there, and maybe this was the roots from the main rose that we uproot, and the roots find ways to survive. So here it's like a tier. It's like second level of garden. It's like a tier. So this is the first one actually. So here we have turmeric and papaya trees. And before I have celeries here, because this is covered garden before. Here need to redo, add more soil, turn the soil, and add more so I can plant more vegetables. And here are the lane of different trees. This was supposedly already part of my husband's grass, supposedly a grass space, but I already used part of it, but there I have a peach tree and peach tree, mango. Here is macadamia where I put the papaya in a pot and it grow big. Now it's has a lot of fruit already. That's the papaya, macadamia, and calamansi. Calamansi. This is the potted uh, pea eggplant that I tried if it grow, and it grow. So now if you guys want to plant this pea eggplant, I can just, instead of sealing the seeds, I can just seal the cuttings and it will grow and produce quicker than the seeds. Here's the pea eggplant. That's the pea eggplant. That's the branches. I'm going to harvest that tomorrow. That will be my task tomorrow. This is the what is this? The Australian lime. The Australian finger lime. So that's why I need to harvest this out. I need to harvest that pea eggplant so I can clear up the space for this tree. And this is the June plum. June plum is our batuan. That's yummy for soup. And here's another kalibunan. Kalibunan is like a wild forest, but this is my mini fod forest. There's a guava and pomelo. That's a pomelo there. That's a pomelo. That's a tangerine. Then guava in the very back. Then another in the back there is the blood orange, and yes, the turkey pig. The turkey fig is where in front of the shed. And here, this pea eggplant is a volunteer. That's a volunteer pea eggplant that I can't really let go because of so many branches, and it's fruiting, and I just don't want to uproot it yet. But I think after the harvest of this year, I will uproot this one so my husband can really beautify this area. This is a patch of grass, supposedly. And here's the sugarcane. So much sugarcane, and then different potted plants and banana. This is the north wall of our house. So that's our master bedroom there. So in the master bedroom, when I look at outside, it's just like really Philippines. That I can see the banana, the mango, the papaya, and the avocado. And these are more moringa. And here's another banana. Moringa. This one is volunteer, so I did not cut it off. There's supposedly lemon tree here, but it's growing very slow, but I just let it grow. I'm not in a hurry. And this is the taro or bisol, or what's the other name of this, karlang, but it belongs to the elephant family. But that's not the bajang. The bajang is the itchy one. And here's my edible prickly pear and pinsel cactus, pobreng kahoy in our Visayan language. And here's the supposedly patio. My husband build his office there. So this is my other patio garden bed. And these are my guyabano seedlings. And here is another moringa tree. And this is the fig The De La Senora fig. This was given by my idol, our agriculturist, Mr. Joe Real in California. Thank you so much for sharing your trees, your plants, and whatever you you have, you share. Thank you so much. And this bed, it has this hibiscus roselle, Jamaican hibiscus. The leaves is edible too. That's for soup. And here's the calamansi. This calamansi was grown from seeds, and it's already 8 years old. But because of the suggestion or of what I've learned from Sergio Real from California, I did inverted bark inversion. Bark inversion. So it's like the operation when that tree is 4 years old, you can apply that operation to activate the tree of start of the process to start producing fruit. And it works. 2 months after I did bark inversion, it starts flowering. And here's some of my winter veggies. No, I have the I have this. Oh, I have this. The Brussels sprout, and tomatoes. I try to plant tomatoes. If it survive, and the red Russian kale, and this dinosaur kale. I just have few because when they grow big, that's gonna be a lot. And in this corner here is that was my Hogel culture garden, where I stuck different kinds of branches underneath of this soil, and later on we're just going to rot and be part of the organic matters down there, and for the plants to stay healthy. But this time I already cleaned this up, and the remaining plants that stays are these prickly pears, and this is the totem cactus. There's a young one. I'm going to cut that off, put that in the pot, and this moringa tree there. So that area there are my succulents rocks. I need to clean that. I will make another video on that, what are those succulents in there. And here's the sugar cane, and that's the moringa and calamansi. And this is part of the yucca. They said it's yucca, but when I asked the desert gardener,